Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode here on the J72 Gaming channel. My name is Jacob, but you can just call me Jay here, and today we have our fourth video in this perk series of ours. Update 4 is going to be bringing us the perk system, and I thought it would be a fun idea to come up with some ideas and perks that would not only be beneficial to the dinosaur, but actually be a noticeable and interesting gameplay change and upgrade for the player himself or herself. With Update 3 just around the corner, let's start brainstorming ideas that we hope to get come Update 4. I'm looking forward to hearing the ideas you all have for some handy and fun perks as well, so let me know down in the comment section below. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing for more like this, as it really does help out the channel grow. But with all that laid out in front of us, make sure you sit back, kick back, grab that snack, and let's get into the perks for all those Utah mains. It's the Utah Raptor today. So for our first perk, I was thinking about the main gameplay aspect of the Utah Raptor. No, not the pouncing or bleeding. We'll get to those. But I'm talking about the pack. Being in a Raptor pack is an awesome part of playing these carnivores. So much so that I think there should be a perk all about doing more of it. Currently in Evrima, they only allow for 6 Utah Raptors to be in a group. However, with the pack boosting perk, I think it would allow for another member to join the group. I think it could work by letting the group size increase by 1 for each Utah player who has spec'd into the pack booster perk, up to a limiting total size. Maybe 8 or 9? I'm not sure. But I know it would be really cool to know that your Utah pack is the biggest and strongest on the server because you allowed it to be. To go alongside the pack boosting perk, all about building up the strength of the overall pack, another perk that could also be associated with the pack is the Alpha perk. My thought behind this one is that only one of the raptors in the pack is allowed to be the alpha, and it would make that raptor slightly larger and a bit more speedy and do ever so much more damage. Nothing too crazy to make it OP, but just enough to know that the alpha is there. Now there are some restrictions I think that need to be put in place to make this perk activate. You would need to be the only adult male raptor in your pack with the perk, and the pack must be at least 2 other female raptors to have a pack size of at least 3. I think this perk would be highly coveted and might even cause some internal pack conflicts as the growing male Utahs decide that they just might want to be the new alpha, causing some interesting gameplay to happen within the packs of Utah players. Now, not all Utah players want to be in a huge pack, and some enjoy the nomadic life of a solo scavenger and hunter. For those players, we have the Lone Wolf perk. This perk would be kind of a parallel to the Alpha perk, as both players would be slightly larger, slightly faster, and do just a hair bit more of damage. But while the Alpha would gain a large bite force increase in damage, the Lone Wolf player would be all about more bleed damage. Now, this perk's going to have some restrictions as well, as if you enter a group with this perk, it would go inactive, so you have to be all by yourself. But I think this is just the type of strategy that a sneaky solo Utah player could make full use of from the shadows of the bushes on Isle Spyro. Alright, so what's the most common thing you do when you play a Utah? No, not eating flesh. And no, not even barking at the herbivores. You for certain spend most of your time hopping around and trying to make your way up to the highest rock. Don't lie, you know you do it. But don't worry, as jumping around as the Utah is something we are all guilty of, and for those moments of the Utah life, this is the perk for you. This perk allows you to jump a bit higher and have it cost way less stamina. For those moments of glee as you jump around to your safe rock, all the way to those moments of utter terror as you frantically try to scramble up the rock as you're chased from the local Carno, the Hopper perk is a go-to for helping you get to the highest ground. So all those other perks are fine and dandy, but sometimes you need to simply spec into what your dinosaur is known for doing, and the Shredder perk is all about increasing your bleed damage for a successful pounce. The essential tactic every good Utah player is going to need to master. The pouncing mechanic is currently under some work with the Evrima team, and getting the damage and bleed numbers worked out will be an ongoing challenge, I'm sure. But assuming the numbers are fair, then this is the perk to bring that damage meter swinging back in favor towards the Raptor player. This perk is all about rewarding the player for getting a successful pounce off and allowing for your well-timed strategy to rip and shred your opponent's flesh so well that you're able to sit back and watch the bleed do all the work for you. Alright everybody, those are the 5 perks ideas that I've thought of for the Utah Raptor for Update 4. Now, we of course could just get some basic perk ideas such as tough skin for damage mitigation, or just a small perk simply to increase your speed, but I'm looking for the cool gameplay altering perks, and I hope you think some of these would be quite interesting. I also think some of the perks that I've given to the Carnotaurus, like the Tracker perk or even the Skidding perk, would be a fantastic choice for the Utah, so if you'd like to see that, go check out the video on the Carnotaurus and see some of the other options that this loud lizard doggo might end up getting. Also, let me know some other perk ideas in the comment section below that you might have thought of that I have missed. And stay tuned for the next video in this series, which are coming out each and every Wednesday. Thanks again, everybody, for watching, and no matter where you are in the world, I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, an evening, or night. But until next time, peace out all.